today I'm making a fruit and nut loaf bread as such. We're going to start with a combination of flours. It is a gluten-free bread, and as soon as you start making gluten-free bread, you need to start thinking about using different flours so you'll get that holding and that binding. I'm also using what we call a chia egg. You're essentially doing 1 tablespoon of chia seeds to 3 tablespoons of water, and that will make an egg. So it's important to do this first because the idea is that that chia will soak up all that water and create that chia gel that we're after. So just give that a little bit of a stir. So we're starting with some buckwheat flour here. So we've got a cup of buckwheat. It will make a difference if you just sift that through to get all the lumps out. Then we've got about 3/4 of a cup of some brown rice flour. And then lastly, we've got some besan flour, which is actually a chickpea flour, which is really great for giving it that binding capacity as well as a chia. And it's quite protein dense too. Now what we need to do is add some baking powder into this, so that's going to obviously help give it that rise. 1 heaped tablespoon, so it's a fair bit, but we need a good bit of guts because it's the only thing that's realistically going to help give it that rise. Something called guar gum, which is really great again for that binding. So it's just a natural gum as such. I'm going to pop in a little teaspoon of that. And then we've got our spices. So we've got 2 teaspoons of cinnamon that's going in. And then we've got 2 teaspoons of ground cloves, which smells awesome. And then we've got a good pinch of salt that's going in. We've got about 1/4 of a cup of some sunflower seeds, so that's starting to get some of that nice crunchiness happening. Then we've got some walnuts as well. We've got roughly about 3/4 of a cup here, so I might just give those a bit more of a chop. A cup of chopped figs. So these are just dried Turkish figs. Give that a really nice combine. So it's important to mix this really, really well to make sure all the flours are combined. Now what we need to do is bring our wet ingredients together, which is pretty simple. So we've got about 1 1/4 cups of water. We're going to add our chia gel. So you can see the chia has really started to go into that nice smoky gel. That's what we want. Actually pop that in with the water. We need about 1/4 of a cup of some olive oil. And then lastly, we need some apple cider vinegar. So apple cider vinegar works really well in this style of cooking. It really helps just activate the raising agents. So it's not like a typical bread mixture, of course, where you've got an actual dough that you're going to knead out. This one's like a really, really thick cake batter that bakes really nicely into a loaf. What I've done earlier is I've just greased a loaf baking tin. So all we need to do now is just drop this batter into the pan. That's all ready to go into the oven. It's been in a 200 degrees oven, fan force, for about 40 to 50 minutes. Once that comes out of the oven, it really does need to sit and rest in this tin for a good 5 to 10 minutes just to allow everything to relax. It smells so good. Okay, so there we go. That is my fruit and nut loaf with figs and walnuts. Yum.